Hey filmmaker, Chung Dha here. In this video I'm going to challenge myself to do a flip clock animation, which I haven't done before inside of Premiere Pro, and especially going to dive more into like the new motion graphics. But one thing is with doing this, I have not made it before, like the previous tutorials where I literally have made it and then redo the tutorial and remake it. So right now I'm just going to do a full process of how I would develop it, and also going through like changing and searching different kind of effects to make it work. So before we start this challenge, hit the subscribe button, make sure you're notified every time I'm publishing a new video so you can follow all my tutorials on here. So first thing first, make a new color matte for the background, because this is mainly a motion graphic. So go to new item and then color matte. Because I have so many already here, I'm going to drag this one here. Nice yellow for the background. Actually going to 10 seconds, so I have like a nice 10-second countdown or count up. I think I'll do a countdown actually from 9 to 0, and let's start actually typing. So I'm going to type in 9, and actually I'm okay with this font. Let's center this, and we're going to change this to a white color if it wants to work with me. Change this to white. Okay, it does. Drag this out, and I'm going to go through every second and put a keyframe. So 9 till 1, put a keyframe. Should be somewhere I can put a keyframe and change the text source here. Keyframe. Here, and going to type 8. Actually change the positioning of the text to centered. Also center it here again. So now we have 9 to 8, then to the next second. Here we going to add, or just change it directly to 7. Here to 6. So we're going to make it pretty much very nice, automated. The only down thing is with this is you need to prep it yourself with the numbers counting down. But pretty much how I want it afterwards, the flipping, that I don't need to do too much crazy stuff, that it's pretty much automated. I know there is a countdown or a counter, a timer effect inside of Premiere, but it's not something I want to work with, because I want to have more precise control. So here, did I miss a number or what? So here, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, nice. So now we have that counting down automatically. And now we're going to add a box around here. This, I'm just going to random draw it, and inside of here drag it to the top. So one thing you need to know about Premiere Pro, how the effects control works, is the thing that is on the bottom is basically on top of your layers. So you kind of work downwards instead of working upwards. Like on the timeline it's working upwards, on the effects control you're working downwards. So now we have this. Is this centered? Okay, so we want it to look a little bit nicer than this. Too bad there isn't that many controls, so I can't like change the edge to a round edge, which would be nicer, and so a lot of other things that isn't possible. But also I really hate that this is not in the center, so put that in the center now and change this shape slightly to fit how I want it. Okay, so that looks nice. Now what I want to do is to give it a round corner. To do that I need to make sure how big this actually is, or I'm just going to make this actually slightly bigger. Okay, that is annoying me. Okay. This centered. Center that again. And I'm going to drop an effect that is not normally inside of Premiere Pro CC2017. And I made it possible to use it still in 2017. So this is the garbage mat. I'm going to drop this in. Make sure this is above the 9. And actually just going to quickly move these around without doing any calculations yet, but I'll do a nice calculation on my calculator. So for me, like doing motion graphics and actually drawing graphics, I use calculators quite a lot to make sure that I'm at like the right height every time. So this height, I find that is okay. We can actually see like which one we're playing with. So the left, right are these axes, and these are up and down. So if this number goes up, it goes down, and go down, it goes up. So it's kind of annoying to actually know. So here at 200, that one also at 200. Let's make this be like that. So this is at 700. Just make the numbers more nicer looking. So this we're working on a 19 by 20 timeline. So on that other side, we minus 700 is 1220. So here we can just type it in, make it easier 1,2,2,0. See, top tangent. This one. Actually, we're going to calculate in what kind of round edge we want, I think. Yeah, that looks nice. Well, make it 300, and this one. So it's 1,2,2,0 minus 300 is 920. Or wait, 1920. Oh wait, okay. Did a wrong calculation in my head. So this is 1,2,2,0 minus 100. It's 1,120. Hit enter. Okay. And then the rest we have to also work on. So this one is there. 1,120. And we did a 200, and it's 1080 minus 200 is 880. Oh, wait, is 880 here, 880 there. This one should be it actually 1,120 is correct. This one needs to be 780. So we're actually getting like a nice cookie shape here. And now the other side. So this be 700, 700. This is 780. Okay, so this one is 600. That one is 700. So we have one that is not correct. That one. That is 600. Oh wait. No, that is 800. This one needs to be 800 also. Then have something here is 300, and that looks about right. However, the numbers are totally not centered. So we're going to into the text here, change the positioning, center this. Like, what is going on here is that the centering is happening on the entire text box, and the text font has like a gap here on the bottom that makes the text not being properly centered. So we need to eyeball this, which seems to be something that happens quite a lot with Premiere Pro motion graphics, that you need to eyeball a lot of the effects or the positioning instead of really able to get it correctly. Actually, look at, I think that this one, the 8 is the best to look at, to see at if it's centered. Just eyeballing it, I can see it's slightly to one side. We also can't really trust the border around it either, so I think like this should be right. Okay, so now we have still working actually on just one layer here. So we make that cookie shape behind it, and now we want those round corners. And to do that, we're going to use circle. And that's inside of the generate and generate circle. It will always do that. Change the blending mode to normal. The color to be the same as the background. We're going to move it and actually we know the radius should be 100. We're going to literally move it into the corners. Now we have like a nice rounded corner, and we're going to duplicate this and move it to the next one. So make sure the text is on top. And now make another one. This one move down. Then this one, secret round 3. Move this also down. Know the coordinates already now. So now we have this nice looking. Move the text all the way to the bottom. So we have like now that nice design, and we now need to duplicate this layer. So we hold down Alt, drag it up, and we're going to offset it by 5 frames or 10 frames. Oh wait, going to do it by 5. We hold down Shift and yeah, going to do 5 for now. So it should go to the number at a different point. So the offset is for a certain reason. So we're now going to make the effect of this flipping down. So for the flip, going to use 3D. So basic 3D. And this should be able to flip. let's see. So we're going to use this tilt to flip it. So there should be like an offset time. So while this flips, the one in the back should already be the next number. So I need to think well how I'm going to do this. I think I might need 3 layers for this, but I'm going to have this one on top. No, that one needs to be offsetted, so this one still be 9 and the back is already 8. Okay, yeah, that's correct. So we've offsetted this by 10 just to be sure, and that's going to go to 1 second and keyframe that tilt animation. So here we're going to add a keyframe tilt and actually go back 5 frames and then go forward 1 frame to 1 second and go tilting this. We can already see it's an 8. And yes, actually this only needed to be offsetted by 5 frames. And now go to these, and we're going to move them up. So we're going to see this happening every time. And actually it looks like enough of an animation, so we don't need to actually do a double take, because I could have also like it flips in and yeah, actually we're going to go the full way, even though this looks like already a nice flip that it actually flips to the next number, but I'm just going to all the way to show you even the flipping of like having both bottom and top flip, because then I need to have it on 10, so I need to move this back 1. So it's 1, 2, so 10. Every second I need to go back 10. But let's see, then needs to go back to, so this needs to go 1 second, go back. Actually here needs to be 90, and then like the next frame it should be back. So this process needed to be repeated every time. something weird going on here. Okay, that's here. So here I go 1, 2, and then start that. Okay. So here 1, 2, tilt 90. Actually, hold it, tilt 90. Hold it, and then back. Actually can copy this to make it faster, so can select this, the keyframes, and copy them. Pretty much every, to make it easier to go to the next one. And then we're just going 1, 2, hold down shift, arrow back, and then just go back 10 frames every time. This should make it slightly easier. So this should, yes, make that animation nice. Actually see if we're going to add specular highlights, if that makes any difference. Doesn't do anything. Okay, these were copied wrong. So now we have the top bit done. So we can see, because this already actually looked nice, but you notice the bottom is not, there's nothing moving on the bottom. So we already got this looks nice already, and we're going to put a crop on here, because right now it's not really cropped. You can see the entire thing moving instead of from the middle. So we're going to crop the bottom 50%. It looks actually alright already. So it looks like how we, within half an hour we did this. That actually looks really nice already, but we're going to go one step beyond to make even the bottom a bottom flip. So instead of that it jumps directly from here to the other, so from here we need to copy the bottom one, which doesn't have any effects, just to make sure we have like an extra copy, but also it needs to be there. And now doing the bottom flip, so right now we have only the top part flipping to the halfway. We need a continue and just flip showing the bottom. So here we need to move from, let's see, here we can see the keyframes where it goes all the way out to the half. So this is half. Here we're going to add a crop already. We're cropping off the top 50%, and then basic 3D. Drop that on here. Now we're going to do a -90 tilt. Oh, let's not do a render. Add a keyframe, then hold down shift and arrow to one side to go 5 frames further, and go back to 0. And that should be like an entire fold, or is it? Okay, I can see what is happening here. There isn't something that is causing okay, so yes, that needs to be happened. So here we need another crop down the top 50. Goes like that. So now we have like a full rotation instead of it going halfway. Pretty much repeat the process again. So going here, similar to the top one, but now just flipping the bottom. So here, so swivel or tilt, -90. See how this goes. From here it needs to be 0. Okay, there's a 1 frame difference I need to fix here. Literally, like, this needs to move 1 frame. That's also not enough. Oh wait, no, that's not that problem. It's here. This needs to move 1 frame over, because I see it's still showing the 8 before it turns into a 7. Need to lose 1 frame here. Yes, and now it's does it correct. Okay. So now for these keyframes, so I can copy these, drop this down to make it easier, go to the next one. And pretty much remember it's one frame back with the arrow key and then pasting it with Ctrl V. So pretty much repeat this process. And now it should be done. Yes. Pretty nice countdown flip clock. However, yeah. Okay. So how much time did we took? 40 minutes to make this in total. And actually, this looks really nice right now. We can actually pull these to be ending at the same point, precisely at 10. And move this down. Can add a logo of mine on here and use a nice preset just to quickly drop it. So I hope you guys like this challenge video, how I made this countdown timer inside of Premiere Pro. So this is like just showing you how I approach working or making an animation, or what kind of effects I'm using and how I think of how to make certain things. Yeah, hopefully you guys like this video, and please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more upcoming videos, please subscribe. Also check out my other videos on this channel. There's plenty more tutorials and other things you can see. And if you have any questions, please comment below or join us on our Facebook group, and I'll hope to see you the next time. Bye bye.